Picked up this little fella on offer up. It said it was a no start. It's been pretty damaged. Looks like it got dropped pretty hard. I'm gonna guess on its face. But the person I bought it from told me that he had just bought it off of somebody else and they couldn't get it to run. So this one has already seen 2 owners and no start. And I'm gonna give it a shot. They've already been checked out on here. They've already replaced all the seals and crap. It's a new carburetor, new lines, new spark plug, new coil. They put a new CDI box in here. All the wiring's been done. The oil is new. There's a new fuel switch. I mean, like, they really went for it. Everything seems pretty solid. Look at that. There's not even really any grease on this. It doesn't even look like it was used that much. But I mean, you know, spray paint can do a lot, right? Look at that. There's no real wear here. I don't feel any real damage. It's smooth. This is really smooth paint. We're going to try to figure out what it is and make it run. Let's figure this out. First things first, let's see if it's got spark. We've got a tool. It's a spark tester. Come in a couple of different sizes. Alright, tell me if you see spark. Triggers out. I see spark. Alright, cool. Let's see if we got spark. Next thing, let's verify, because I just want to make 110% sure. But we just saw that light, so I want to make sure what color my spark is. Ooh, that's blue. I'll take a blue spark any day. Alright. So we know it has spark. If we didn't have spark, what we would do is, this oil pressure, this guy right here, we would disconnect him just to verify that if it had too much oil or whatever, and it needs to be over here. There's the lead, so we would just pop this one loose, and that would shut off the oil pressure sensor switch, just as a diagnosis, just to make sure. The next thing we would do is the emergency kill. So I'm gonna disconnect this guy so he doesn't take any chances of shutting me down. What if it's a bad switch, right? So I need to find the lead that feeds this to there. 1 and 2. Okay, this looks like it right here. Okay, let's see if it starts now. I got the... I could leave it out to keep testing it, but I don't feel any compression. I don't feel a I just feel like a So the next spot would be, see if I got some vacuum. So we're gonna check for vacuum. Putting my finger and thumb over the card, pulling on it. Oh yeah, I can feel it sucking air. It feels like it's blowing it back. Yeah, it's blowing it back on my thumb. How do I check exhaust? Pull the spark plug out and we'll go from there. Just the outside. Oh. Are you my friend? Yes. Is this too big? Yeah, it's too big. I'm going to look at the other size. So, I'm doing spark plugs, make sure that it fits. I'll go find a smaller one, be right back. I brought extras just in case. Yay, first time. Looks like Big Boy already cracked it loose. It's okay, son, it's okay. That's just the construction crew telling us it's lunchtime. Yeah, oh, I got some anti-seize on me, but the plug doesn't look, it looks new, but it looks like it's running smoky or something, or Bernie. That's what we'll name this engine, Bernie. Alright, time for me to get more shit on my fingers. Okay. I'm not getting blow, I'm only getting suck. Okay. It's pretty weird. I guess we'll grab some more tools. More tools. So, double-ended ratchet, 10, 13, 12. Phillips head just in case, and a flat head in my other hand. Alright, man. Start taking shit apart, see what we see. Scirocco! Come over here, stop begging those guys for food. Scirocco. Ven aquí, niño. Little monkey puppy. What were you doing? What were you doing? Were you looking for bones? Were you begging? Were you begging for bones? Look at that guilty boy. Little beggar doggy. Look at you. Anyways, let's get back to the mission at hand. We're going to figure out why this thing sucks, bangs, but she doesn't blow. Let's see what it do. Okay, the wind knocked over my phone. But here we go. I'm going to go ahead and crack this sucker open. Come with me. Oh, we got a little bit of oil leakage. Not satisfied. Ooh, look at that! Looks like the rocker arm moved, and the push rod. Focus. And the push rod isn't in the hole. Okay. Well, let's see if it moves. If I can keep this damn thing still. Okay, so they're moving. It comes back up. That's good. Let's go ahead and see see if we can fix it. Am I missing a wrench? No. Oh. This is a 13. This is a 10. The spacing looks a little high too. It looks like it backed out a little bit. I'm gonna bring the height out some more. Yeah, it's about level. These two studs are now about level. Take care not to break it. Still got tension. The lifter must be pushing it. Alright, it just got slack. Okay, now the rocker arm's loose. Make sure the pin's in. I don't see any damage. Everything looks good. Make sure to put it in level. Okay, that looks like it's in. Now the trick with rocker arms is they can't be too tight. You don't want the valve trying to come off of the head, and you don't want the push rod shoving on the other end. So you got to make sure that's got a little bit of wiggle to it. This one's a little tight. This one's still, that's about what you want right there. That way it can still float, but we're not pushing the valve open yet. We'll go ahead and lock it down. Check it out.
Is Amanda still always welcome over?
Amanda's always welcome over, as long as she ain't coughing and sneezing, right?
As long as you're not coughing and sneezing, Amanda is always welcome over.
It's a little too tight. Amanda's not always welcome over. What kind of shit is that, man? Yeah, a little bit more. There we go. Get some movement. It is. Double check. Those only take like 8 pounds of force because it's a 10 millimeter. I got a little bit of wiggle on this guy. I got some wiggle there. That's a little too loose there. This is why we verify. This is why we verify. We'll go there. Yeah. Still a little too loose for me. There we go. Man, we're having fun, huh? Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I'm semi-happy. Yeah, I'm right there. Alright, so that's where I need to keep it. Okay. I don't hear any noises. It doesn't feel like compression yet. Looks like I still need to put a spark plug in it. This is my start you sun plug, so it better start sun. Or at least we'll check it for compression. See if I've gotten any compression back. So apparently, this pandemic has put all of us into the water. I purchased an outboard, a brand new Tohatsu from a guy in August 2nd or August 3rd, and I have been waiting since. He told me that he had to give back like $15,000 already because some people can't wait any longer. However, there's more people in line to purchase more motors. They've been doing horse trades from one end of the coast to the other to get the motors that we need. I'm in Third Coast. We don't need big motors. We need a lot of 10, 20 horsepower motors, 30 horsepower motors. Miami and stuff like that, they want big boy motors. So these guys have been doing horse trades to get what kind of orders they can fill. So I decided to go out and buy this one since I'm waiting on my 6 horsepower. I paid $1,500 for it, brand new. It still ain't arrived yet. I don't even know if it's been made yet. But Tohatsu says they're working as fast as they can. And since Evinrude's gone, that only leaves Honda, Yamaha, and Suzuki. And those guys, they'd merger in with, like, you know, Mercury and Mariner and Tohatsu anyways. So we're back to square one. Alright, housing's on. Let's give it a shot, shall we? It's in neutral. Everything's connected. Fuel is on. Fuel is on. Let's try it. Emergency is out all the way. Gotta pull the choke. Okay. Got a light. Ready? Yes! I don't have water. I wasn't prepared for this. But that looks like that fixed it. So I'm going to go ahead and get a bucket of water and find out if this water impeller is any good or not. But we just solved it. It looks like the intake, this would be the top side, the intake rocker arm came off of the push rod. I was wondering whether or not the cam would be bad or not, but apparently these things are pretty much indestructible. So it looks like I got a whole bunch of brand new parts on a 16-year-old outboard that doesn't look like it's seen very much use. Or it's got very good spray paint. Alright guys, wish me luck. I'm going to take this out on the water later and see what we can do then, okay? Let's test it out, shall we? Yeah, water. Water impeller works. Let's see if it goes into gear. That's forward and reverse. Forward and reverse work. I gotta work on that idle. It's too high. This is why you wear shorts when you work on boat motors. So it looks like I'm going to have to adjust it on the throttle linkage and not carb because it's not resting. It needs to go that way more. No nut. It was just a dream. Okay, so I need to loosen this one. Almost resting. Yeah, we're resting now. Almost resting. More. No, it's a praying mantis. Yeah, he was on my neck and I went to swat him and he landed in the water and I was like, oh shit! So I picked him out of the water. Had a little guest, I guess he was trying to watch the show. Say hello to everybody. He's handsome. I was working on that. Do you want him? Put him up in your nest, or I can put him on this bamboo stick. There you go, buddy. Dry off, okay? Do better. It's like the fourth praying mantis that's ever landed on me.
Where is he?
He's on that bamboo stick right there. Look up.
Whoa, he's so cool.
It's beautiful.
Okay, sounds good.
I like his colors.
Look at that.
So I already had one human touching me.
No, I want to keep you as a pet.
Put it back in neutral.
We're gonna put him in my plants.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, I had you running a second ago. Okay, I gotta reduce the idle. Push the flywheel. Does that sound appropriate? That sounds more appropriate. Yeah. I like that. Woo! Solving problems. The flywheel did get me, so be careful. He's still running. Apparently that arm hasn't come on. Right now, at this point, I don't even care if it's Florence, so I just want to be able to return to a natural idle. And that's right about where the bolts go. I'm satisfied. Listen to that low idle. I'm good for that. I can live with this. Cool, man. Let's put it in the water and see what happens. Thought of something. Remember when I showed you guys earlier the front was all smashed in? Now how am I going to get the hat on and take it for a test drive? Use a torch. Let's heat up this latch. See if we can't make it bend our will. need the plastic to be evenly heated, but without scorching the outside. It's starting to get a little shiny now. Now that it's got a little bit of a gloss on the inside, I know it's getting softer. So I'm going to try to set it, pretend like I hit the damn ground because I'm an idiot. Deform it like that. So then get that curve in there. And let it cool down. I'm going to exaggerate it so that when it cools down, it's not so bad. I'm sitting there thinking, how am I going to put this hat on? Guess if I get it nice and hot, I'll be able to. And a couple of pieces of scrap to choose from. A couple of these guys, different lengths. Don't even know what these are for, but I think that's what I'm going to use. I'll put it on the back side of one of these. Like so. I should have a slot for it. That way I can just go ahead and get the height that I want. So that's what we're going to do next. And it turns out it's called inventing if you do it right. They pay you pretty decent to keep doing it if you do it right. We usually start with the smallest bit. Can't reach it. We're going to try a different